Hey everybody, I'm Hoppy Gamer. How you doing? It's beer review night tonight. Lagunitas, the Hairy Eyeball. Here we go. Okay, Hairy Eyeball by Lagunitas. You guys know I like Lagunitas Brewery. So here we have Lagunitas Hairy Eyeball Ale. Here's looking at you. I'm from Petaluma, California. That's Bay Area. It is an ale, 56.66 on the IBUs, 9.1% alcohol. So it's a pretty strong ale. So let's go right to it. I have nothing else to say. What else? I haven't talked to you guys in over a week. I went to Vegas. Didn't have any beer to really talk about. We didn't go to any breweries. My friends got engaged. Congratulations, Emily and Will. That's it. That's it. I have nothing else. I have nothing else to report. So let's go. It's a bomber. Pint glass. Yeah. Typical Lagunitas. Typical Lagunitas out of focus bottle cap. One day I'll figure out how to get this camera out of focus. There's that. So let's see. This is a supposedly pretty dark, nutty brown ale. And there you go. Looking nice. Let's see how much head we get on top. Not a ton. But I don't know what that means. Ooh, malty, nutty. Yeah, very malty. So what you got is the color you see is not really. I need to bring like a flashlight up in here or something. With the light through it, I get a very amber color. You guys can't see what I see, but it's amber. But that hue that you see is, oh, this is my BJ's Father's Day glass, by the way. Anyway, you can see it right there on the side. Nice amber color. Let me get it down a little bit. A little bit on the outside of the tongue, a little bit of hops at the end. I'm not getting a lot of hops in the nose. Then again, I drink IPAs, so you know, it would take a lot for me to. I think I have like a nose deadened. My nose is deadened to anything less than a double IPA at this point. But this has a very good. Oh, sorry about the mic again. A very. Let me see. Let's see. Let me try to get the words. That maltiness is slightly sweet. There's the hops are not citra hops because I'm not getting that. The carbonation is good. It's good. It's very good actually. I mean, it's not a lot of carbonation. It's a good amount of carbonation for my liking. And there is definitely a little bit of a creaminess to the texture of this guy. Hairy Eyeball. You know, it reminds me, and do not take what I'm about to say literally, but you know how beers remind you of another beer. I'm not saying this tastes like a Newcastle Brown Ale. I like Newcastle, but this has that brown ale flavor. It is a brown ale. It's an ale. So let's get over here to Beer Advocate, as we like to do here at the Hoppy Gamer. Is it the Hairy Eyeball? Yes, Hairy Eyeball. Right, there it is, Lagunitas, Petaluma, California, the Hairy Eyeball. Wait a minute, were there two listings? Let me type that again. There's that one. There's a listing for Hairy Eyeball and the Hairy Eyeball. If I go to Hairy Eyeball, oh, okay, so get this, Beer Advocate. I need to find a different site. So if I go to the Hairy Eyeball, like I originally typed, What I get is an 85 with 16 reviews and no picture for the bottle, right? For the Hairy Eyeball. If I go to Hairy Eyeball, if I say Hairy Eyeball one more time, I get an 87 and 946 reviews. So we're going to stick to this page. It's obviously the right page. So this is a, let's see, bada bada boom, bitty bing. But it listed at a 9.4%. It's a 9.1. Although the bottle I'm looking at is different than the bottle I'm drinking. Okay, so it says limited release. So this is a re-release, is what I'm drinking. Because as I read this, this is good 10, 12, 14 years ago. Okay, so, well, let's get a little history here. Does this, let's go backwards in time to the last, or in this case, first reviews of the Hairy Eyeball. And what we've got on this first review is in 2002. Copper and red hues, fabulous aromas of prunes, not getting that. Brown sugar, sure. Rich malts, yes. Complex and juicy, I wouldn't call it a juicy mouthfeel. But I get that creaminess, you know. You get a coating in your mouth. Full-bodied, slight abrasive hop coarseness. A one of a kind, delicious, delightful, a delicacy in beardom. I don't disagree with him, but he gave it a 4.97. I've yet to feel adequate enough to score these because I think my review, my numbers would be so arbitrary at this point. So let's go to another guy / gal. October 2003. Bottle cellared 1 year. A dark mahogany body reveals orange and ruby highlights. Creamy light tan head, yes. Nose is rich with caramel, molasses, piney hops, light spice, and wood. His aged one obviously was more mature than what I'm drinking. Let's go a little bit forward in time. Let's go say, let's see, what are the dates on some of these reviews here? So here we got 2006. So they must have been around for a while. I don't know the history. Maybe I should Google it and tell you all the history. Mild aroma of caramel, burnt raisins, and malt. Burnt raisins. Now that's an interesting. I like that. I see what they mean by burnt raisins, but I don't know how I would recognize what they're saying. You know, raisins have a very dense sweetness, but that, you know, I need to come up with a better beer vocabulary. But when he said burnt raisins, I'm like, I understand that. It's you know, the sweetness on the back of your tongue. Raisins have a pop of flavor, but it's very rich and a mature kind of syrupy sweetness. But see, I wouldn't call this syrupy, but other people have. What else we got going on here? Hazy brown, ruby highlights. Okay, whatever. Put down your paintbrush, dude. Fruity smelling. See, I have a very sensitive nose. I thought I did. I mean, like, you know, I can smell burning electronics like that, and I don't know. I feel like I can smell things. People are like, you smell that? I'm like, yeah, I smell that. But who knows if these people are drinking off a tap also? Well, let's go a little forward in the future again. And where are we at now? 2007. Let's bring it even a little bit more. Let's get closer to where we're at here. Pardon me. By the way, I know football season's over, but this is my I'm dreaming of a better season wearing. Okay, here's 2008. Strong ale is the correct description. It's a good ale. It's not strong. If you drink a beer and you feel like it's strong, my story is the brewer was not He did not properly balance everything, because I've mentioned this in the past. If you get, unless you're drinking like a 13, 15% alcohol, and which is unavoidable, but if you're below 10%, I've proven over a couple different styles that you can have a beer at 9% and not have that ethyl alcohol heat in your nose or whatever kind of alcohol it is. You know, it can be masked and balanced. It should be masked, balanced, right? And this one, I don't, it's not there. I like it more with every sip. Okay, so we're far enough in the forward now where people are starting to rate it with all the different look, smell, taste, feel overall. So and I feel like, okay, so like the look, how can you give it a different, how can you rate it low on a look? That has to be completely subjective. I mean, if this was clear and tastes like this, I would care less. I would think it's artificial, because of, you know, history and all. But if that didn't matter, but I do like the look. So let's try the Hoppy Gamers. Why don't we do this? Let me log in, and I'm going to try a review. Your rating, none, rate. Okay, look. All right, I'm going to rate this look high 3s or 4s. I really like it. Maybe even I'm going to hit it like a 4 on the head. No, I'm going 4.5. I mean 4.25. I like the look of this. This reminds me, remember I told you I used to drink double barrel in a previous video. The thing that brought me to IPAs was Firestone DBA, which I know is double barrel ale, and it's an ale. But this reminds me of the body and the color that took me out of Coors Light and Natural Light. You know, that's what I drank when I was young. You know, it was just beer. But when I started enjoying beer, double barrel ale was the first thing that I thought was on another level of quality, and I loved it. And it took me into IPAs and double IPAs. But anyway, so I'm going to give this a high score on the look. Smell. I'm going to rate the smell low because of the volume. I'm going to go 3.25 because I'm not getting a ton on my nose. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm sure that's how you're supposed to review this. Taste. I like the way it tastes. I'm not going anywhere near 5, of course. I'll give it a 4 on taste. It's an ale, and it's given me everything that I would expect out of a, it's not a dark brown ale. They're just calling it an ale. They're not calling it brown ale, but what I've learned is they can call it whatever they want. Feel, I really like the feel. We're going 4.5 on feel. Remember I mentioned the carbonation feels really nice. It's got a good coating of the mouth feel. It gives it a full taste, but it's not heavy. So overall, I'm going to go 4.25 overall. That's my thing. So here's my review. Lovely. I'm starting out with that word, the manly word. Lovely color that I would expect from an ale of this caliber. Lagunitas is one of my favorite go-tos. Okay, here's the problem. You know, Lagunitas was bought by, was it Corona? Whoever owns them, or it was them. So I don't know about you, but I live in California, and I can find Lagunitas pretty easy. But let me tell you, it is showing up everywhere, like gas stations, grocery stores. I hope that does not mean the downfall of the taste of specifically Lagunitas IPA, which, by the way, I have a 12-pack in my fridge for fight night tonight. Bellator MMA on Spike. I'm not paid for that. Lagunitas is one of my favorite go-to brewers for their IPA, and the hairy capital H, eyeball is a great, what is it a great? It's a great submission into my catalog of beers from Lagunitas that I enjoy. Great sentence. I obviously work for the government. Okay, lovely color. The smell, the nose, parenthetically to me, was low and marginal at best, but not to my dissatisfaction. You guys like this? You enjoying this? Taste. Taste is nutty, creamy. Now creamy is going to be on feel. Taste is nutty, malty, and slightly sweet with enough hops to give a nice bitter follow through. Sports reference. Feel is full and creamy without being heavy. Overall, and I realize I'm following this, but this is my first, literally my first typed beer review on Beer Advocate. Feel is full and creamy without being heavy. Overall, a great, I'm not going to say a great sipping beer because I've read that so many times, but I know what they mean. A great starter that goes down easy, almost too easy, goes down easy, and creates a craving for another. The ABV suggests otherwise. Colon, smiley face. 45 years old and I'm doing that crap. Okay, what do you guys think of that? Submit. Done. I'm Hoppy Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you like this beer review. And give me your comments below if you've had Lagunitas Hairy Eyeball and you disagree with me or you just want to comment. And do me a favor. We need to get my beer reviews shared amongst other beer lovers. I realize I'm a gaming channel, and that's how I kind of tried to drive my subscriptions, and it didn't work. So I think I need to push my beer reviews. If you like this beer review, get it out there. That's it. Have a good weekend. Take it easy. Bye.